and immediately she ran to the stick, and without thinking, Onika began to dig with her bare hands, and to her shock and horror, she found... Once upon a time, in an opulent and luxurious neighborhood with ground mansions surrounded by high walls and security gates, there lived a couple and their beautiful daughter named Onika. Onika was a happy child with a free spirit and a kind heart, doing well in school and always on her best behavior, making her parents proud. She lived a happy and healthy life until she clocked 22. That was when she always had this weird dream over and over again. Whenever Onika went to sleep, she kept dreaming about a particular place. In her dream, she would see herself standing in the middle of a really large field in a village, serene field, surrounded by rolling hills. The field dotted with wild flowers created a peaceful and idyllic scene. The air filled with the sounds of birds chirping and the gentle rustling of the wind through the grass. A charming and bucolic feel that evokes a sense of tranquility and rural beauty. Onika would see a really large mango tree in the middle of the field, and not too far from the tree was a small hut covered in fresh blood and red cloths. Then she would see a newly covered ground with a stick sticking out from it, as if someone recently buried an object. And outside the hut in her dream, Onika often saw a priest just standing and watching her. In that same dream, Onika would always walk up to the priest, but just when she gets to the priest and was about to talk to him, Onika would wake up. Every day when Onika wakes up, she would be confused, tired, and weak, like she's been working non-stop. But she would just bypass the dream and shrunk her shoulders nonchalantly before getting on with her day. Onika had this dream for a month straight, but she did nothing about it, hoping it would go away. One Friday, while Onika was lounging in her dorm room with her friends, one of them suddenly had an idea. "Hey, I've been planning on visiting this village for sightseeing, but since we are all here, why don't we all go together?" "That would be fun," another friend added. Onika immediately agreed, as they had not much schoolwork to be done. But Ife was not buying the idea. "Guys, I don't think it's a good idea. Oh. There are lots of diabolical things in the village life." Oh. The other girls all laughed, including Onika, as they reassured Ife that she was just too fearful. So a few days of arranging and packing goes by, and Onika sets off with her friends to the said village to uncover its history. Immediately, Onika got out of the bus and onto the village grounds. She felt a strange and familiar warmth, like she was meant to be there. A day later, Onika and her friends set out to the village, exploring caves, statues, and artifacts. They walked a bit further until they came to a really large field, and that was when Onika froze. This was just like in a dream. The huge field, the stick, the tree, the hut, and the disturbed earth. "Onika, are you okay?" Ife asked. She was the most observant of them all. Still faced and shocked, Onika nodded and resumed walking with heavy steps. That evening, while the college students were in the muddy house provided them by the villagers, lounging and going on about their day and what they've learnt, Onika was feeling uneasy and agitated about the field she saw, For some reason, she felt the unsubdued urge to go back to the field and to that particular stick. On an impulse, Onika slipped away quietly from her friends to find her way to the field. Onika tried to remember the path to the field. And after some time, she finally found the field and immediately ran to the stick without thinking. Onika began to dig with her bare hands, and to her shock and horror, she uncovered a wooden coffin. Trembling with fear, she opened the coffin and found herself staring at her own lifeless body. Onika's heart raced as she struggled to comprehend what she was saying. She felt a cold chill run down her spine as she realized that she was looking at her own dead body buried on the ground. Confused and terrified, she stumbled back, trying to make sense of the impossible sight before her. Then suddenly, it became abnormally dark, and an intense thunderstorm started pouring down. Still in daze, Onika ran as fast as she could back to the hut, to her friends, as she thought to herself, "How is this possible? How has the body not decayed? How can she be dead and alive at the same time? And can she only find answers when she sleeps?" Let's see what become of Oniko. Watch out for part 2. Don't forget to like, share the story to your friends, subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories, okay? And drop your favorite part of the story in the comments, and let's see what the moral of this part 1 has taught you. Thank you.